So you've heard me talk about this thing called EMF, and you're wondering, great, what the hell do I do about it? Hey everyone, Amanda here, and I recently wrapped up an interview with Dr. Libby Darnell, who's known as Dr. EMF. You can find that on my podcast on home energy design, and I've also done a video here on the YouTube channel called EMF. But based on the interview that I had with Dr. EMF, or Dr. Libby Darnell, she talked about this thing called the stetzer filter. I had actually not heard about this stetzer filter, so I just ordered mine online. This is the meter, and it comes with, these are the actual plugs that you plug in, and what these do is they eliminate dirty electricity. So a lot of the plugs that we have in our homes, they're getting all of this electricity to them, and it doesn't really have a place to go once it hits the outlet. So what these do is they filter that out and eliminate that dirty electricity that's in your space. This is really important because if you have a lot of dirty electricity in your space, it's causing side effects like insomnia, health issues, brain fog, joint pain, and things like that. So I just got my package in the mail, stetzer filters, and what I'm going to do is start plugging these in and then use this meter to find out where things are coming in at, to see how much dirty electricity I actually have in my space. So the instructions on the stetzer filter are actually quite easy. It says that it is designed to measure the high frequency noise which exists in our electrical wiring. And since we all have electrical plugs, we all have this. These filters remove normal 60 hertz signals, and the meter is this thing. It's really easy to use. It says simply plug the meter into an electric outlet, and the meter works equally well on standard outlets, 2-prong or 3. With this reading, whatever I get on this, it should be at a number of 50 hertz or below. So I'm really curious to see what my plugs are going to come in at. So I'm going to share that with you today. I purchased 5 plugs here, so I'm going to start going in. I've been told that depending on where there are a lot of electrical plugs and electricity, you may need as many as 3 in one space. So I've also been told that if you use these, because they do take up a plug, to put them in a strip. So let's find out where mine are registering at. I just plugged in this meter into this outlet, and it's reading over 730. Holy crap. Remember folks, it's supposed to be 50. Just plugged it into my family room here, and we're getting a reading of over 1600. So we set this down and unplug this, put in the stetzer filter, and we plug this back in. We'll get to see the reading. Drops it down to 40. It's absorbed all of that dirty electricity. So the plugs are supposed to be under 50 hertz. This one is over 200. Immediately drops it down. Amazing. Dropped it by 150 hertz. All right, so we're on day 2 here after I've just gotten my stetzer filters. They came in the mail yesterday, and we went throughout the house last night and basically tested all of our electrical plugs with this meter. What this meter does is it's called a micro surge meter, and what it does is it reads the plugs and lets you know the dirty electricity that's basically being emitted out of them. What's so fascinating is it says on here, preferably have it between 25 and 50. A lot of our plugs were ranging at around 200, but what was so fascinating was that our living room, where we spend a lot of time, and our bedroom, where we sleep a lot, those outlets were ranging between 17 and 1800, which is off the charts. So in combination with things like joint pain, brain fog, insomnia, this is a great tool to look into. What I did was I put the meter into the plug, got the reading, and then what I did is I plugged this filter into it, and it immediately dropped down. It would immediately drop down. The two on either side of our bedroom or on our bed, those were both rating at around 18 to 1900. Off the charts. Plugged this in, and once I put this in, it dropped it down to 40. Got the best night's sleep ever last night. So there's definitely something to be said about all of this energy that's coming rushing into your outlets and has no place to go except for in your room. And your body is absorbing that. Your body is being affected by that. So if you're constantly fatigued, feeling like you can't, get your thoughts together, have decision fatigue, I know that I do. By the end of the day, I'm just completely worn out. And by seeing these numbers, I have a pretty good idea why now. Plugging this filter in, it immediately grabs all that excess, dropped it down, and so I don't have a lot of that dirty electricity just floating around in the room. So, had a good night's sleep last night. I'll basically take a look at how I feel over the next 30 days or so to see, but I've had a lot of people tell me about these plugs and the results that they've had, and they have felt amazing. I've also had a lot of clients place these into their offices, and they've also had amazing results too. So what do you have to lose? Just try it. I mean, if you're experiencing any of those things, check them out. You can find them on Amazon, super easy. Get them quickly, plug them in. You have nothing to lose, so why not try it? You can find them on Amazon, and if you want more information, you can go over to my website. I've got a couple of really great articles on EMF, and you can find me on my podcast at Home Energy Design, and there's a great podcast on there with Dr. Libby Darnell, who's also known as Dr. EMF. She was the one that introduced me to these. She has some fantastic articles and a whole section on her website all about EMF, all about dirty electricity, and has some fantastic free tips and free tools to help you on this journey of starting to get all this toxic junk out of your house. All right, are you ready? Let's do this.